Hey, did you guys hear about what they did to Brad's wife?
That's
No, I
damn
didn't even-
shame. 11 years of faithful service. They ain't gonna have that lady stay in there.
Why are they going to fire Brad's
the
wife
one who
on
got
his birthday?
fired, right?
on his
okay.
birthday?
That's
That's
awful.
just messed up.
Why the
That's
hell would you
messed
do
up.
that to someone?
I thought Cracker Barrel was supposed to be a home
Stupid
style.
Cracker Barrel.
I thought they
They
were
never
supposed to
sponsored
be.
us.
Yeah, family-oriented kind of place.
They never
Yeah.
sponsored. All right, here we go. Here we go. There is someone for everyone. We are the Jetpack Superheroes. We are here for you. On today's show, we have Sharknadoes, April Fools, Poison Soda, which isn't really a good April Fool's. Don't do that. Fast food secrets, and the worst muffin from Dunkin' Donuts. All this and more on the next Jetpack Supercast. All right, big day, huge day, always another day.
Today's an amazing day. Thanks for joining us on the Jetpack Supercast.
Ha! Just kidding. Today's a terrible day. April
That's true.
Fools.
April Fools. April goddamn Fools.
Today is a
Here's
terrible
something we
day.
need to talk about. There's an elephant in the room. You know what's not in the room though?
That's not nice to say that about me.
You know what's not in the room?
What's that?
Brad's wife.
Still funny, though.
Brad's
That
wife
part.
would be in the room if she could afford to be
Yeah,
in the room.
but she can't.
Brad's
afford
wife
it.
was laid off after 11 faithful years of service.
she wasn't laid off. She was
She was
fired.
fired.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why
that's
would you
even
fire
worse.
someone?
Can't even collect. Can't even collect.
After
That's
11 years, why would you fire someone?
So,
yeah, we probably should just tell
What
them.
could
This is
she
the
have
April
done?
Fool's episode that we were just going to talk about Brad's wife for the first half
Yeah.
hour. We won't do that.
this podcast is
However, we're still
dedicated
upset.
to Brad's wife. though.
Yes.
That's true. Brad's
Justice
wife.
for Brad's
We
wife.
hope you find a job
Hashtag
soon.
justice for Brad's wife.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll hire her as the social media ambassador of the Jetpack
Yeah.
Superheroes if she wants.
That'd be great.
Will somebody put me in touch with Brad's wife?
She's doing wonders for Cracker Barrel.
That's true.
social
Cracker
media.
Barrel's
Definitely
reach is
is.
way up now, that's for sure. I think they get a lot of attention. I love when they post things and they post like, here's my new item. And then everybody's like, oh, you know who would like that new item? Brad's wife. Although she would have been fired. Or like, that new item would have tasted so better if, of course,
She
if
was
she was
there.
not fired.
Poor
It's-
Brad's
it's
wife.
weird. I
On
feel bad
fire,
for her.
Brad's wife. It's
I can't even go
Yeah.
on. What else do we have
There's
to
only
talk
one thing
about?
that brings me
I
out of a
can't-
funk. There's only one thing that brings me out of a funk. And that's when I tell you fools that we have something and it's a documentary. You say, no, John, it's not a documentary. If I could just go out and say, sucked in to both of you. See, there actually is such thing as a sharknado. In Australia, a water spout had formed, turned into a, they call them cyclones. They
Okay, yeah.
sucked a shark into the water tornado.
that's different.
And it went and it landed on a street
Oh
in the
my
middle
God.
of in the middle of Australia.
What the hell do you know, huh?
That must have caused quite the
So I
traffic
told
jam
you.
for a while.
I told you, Sharknadoes do exist.
Shit.
You buggers.
Shit. What is that? What other movies exist in real life?
I'm waiting for like Gremlins.
Yeah.
Don't feed
Yeah.
anything after midnight, just in case. I
Damn.
won't even feed my dog after midnight, just in case. He eats. She'll eat at 11:59.
But that's
That's
cool,
it.
though. That's cool.
I don't
So
have a dog, thank
Sharknado,
God.
real life, huh? So it picked up a shark. Now, did
It
the
picked
shark
up a-
survive the tornado?
Well, here's the thing about the Sharknadoes is that one part of the documentary that talked about how you have to attack them with chainsaws.
Yep.
Turns out all you have to let them do is whip around at 120 miles an hour in circles, and then they just snap.
Yeah, that's probably the more accurate outcome.
It's
I
a lot
suppose.
safer than you think. These Sharknadoes are a lot less deadly
Yeah.
than they were portrayed on that documentary.
There are also oftentimes John refers to a TV series or TV movie as a documentary when
But-
they're not documentaries.
David,
This
I'm
time
sorry,
it was
can you
true,
tell me
though.
if a Sharknado. Have you been following any of this?
Are you
I,
in the room?
I've heard of Sharknado. I've heard of it. I know it has several sequels that I didn't think it would make, but
David is
it did
about to
happen.
find himself in the same unemployment line as Brad's wife. Because he can't follow the plot of a podcast.
David can't simply follow one story. I'm trying to tell him it's a real thing. He's over here being all Brad's wife on me.
Yeah.
Listen, David's given 3 faithful years of service, but he's about to. I'm gonna wait till his birthday. Oh, let him go.
happy birthday, get out of there.
I'm gonna let
You're
him
out of the
go.
band.
I can't.
But that is true, though, John. You do call a lot of things documentaries.
Yeah, but
Congratulations on this one.
This is
Yes.
Thank you.
Big
That's
news.
all I've waited
big day
for.
you.
Wait till I save my elephants in Indonesia, and
you
then
go.
once again later on in Australia.
Sure.
Shit just keeps on happening in Australia. Is it? And I think it's what's funny is a lot of people were reading the article, and nobody commented about the fact that this is just one more damn thing that wants to kill you in Australia. It's the deadliest continent / country on the planet.
I wouldn't say that, though. Because we were looking at we were looking up some stories earlier, and there's some deadly stuff coming out of Nigeria as well.
Oh, that's true.
Probably more deadly than an actual
It's actually
Sharknado.
terrifying. It's one of the scariest things.
So what was it? So it was Sprite and Fanta
Sprite and Fanta.
had a chemical that would mix with vitamin C if you were
It's,
to
benzoic acid.
Okay.
benzoic acid, if you
Yeah.
were to
Yeah,
mix
yeah.
that with a vitamin C, it miraculously turns into a carcinogen.
Called
That's
benzene.
That's awful.
How didn't
like-
they see
what
that
the
coming
hell?
though?
Yeah, I know. Honestly, how
It's
could
called
you have known?
benzene. I thought that was the stuff you're supposed to put in your eyes if you had contacts, or like maybe you
That's-
chew it. Is
I
that?
don't
Isn't
know.
there a
You
benzene ice that you chew?
No,
Dentine
I don't think
ice?
so.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't care about
That's like the same
dentines.
thing.
It was
Sure.
the worst gum. It's
I
not
thought
my
it was
fault.
benzos at first. I
Is
thought
it
like you
benzos?
were gonna turn. I thought you were gonna start to fall asleep.
Benzos,
if
the
you-
fresh maker. Don't give that to your date if you're out.
No, please
That's
don't.
not a good thing to do.
Oh boy,
It's not
but
a-
no.
that's not April Fool's.
So
Double your pleasure, Benzo.
these the
You're
benzoic
gonna be
acid,
fired.
the benzoic acid mixes with the vitamin C to form possibly the worst Power Rangers Megazord you could ever find. Turns into a carcinogenic chemical that just basically kills you from the inside
Now,
out.
I'd like to just point out, if we,
Jeez.
again,
Sprite, would you like to sponsor us?
now that you need a Sprite, no, I want to talk about the word carcinogenic, just in case
Mhm.
people don't know. That means it causes cancer.
To be fair,
Which
it's
isn't
a bad
good.
thing.
To
Just
be
in case
fair-
people
Yeah,
don't know.
it's a bad
I'm pretty
thing.
sure almost every ingredient in Diet Coke is also a carcinogen.
So we got to, unless we're sponsored by them, we got to stop drinking that stuff. Only drink Red Bull and Mountain. What's that one? Monster Energy
Yeah.
and Rockstar.
That's right.
That's the three that might actually possibly sponsor us because they always sponsor like shit.
Hey, fingers crossed, right?
All right, guys, listen. You want us to start helping you sell Red Bull?
Giving you guys a shout
First
out.
thing we're gonna do is say it doesn't make you have wings. Because who the hell wants wings?
Second,
They're gonna
well,
rebuy a
it
new
won't
jacket.
cause cancer.
Won't cause
Allegedly.
won't cause cancer at this moment in time.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
this second.
that's right.
This is the only second we're giving you, people. If it does cause cancer, that's your own fault because you drank it outside of this second. See, that's how good of a spokesperson we are.
Mhm.
We just micro
But,
machines fine printed them.
That's right. So, but the good news about that whole story is it only affects Nigeria, apparently.
no, what happened was the BBC, which is the British Broadcasting Company,
Mhm.
Mhm.
had found out that they found out these two things. I don't know why the broadcasting company was looking into soda.
I
but
would if you were.
I guess if that's an important thing for your broadcasting company to know about soda,
If you're looking to branch
good
out.
on you.
Yeah.
Maybe they had health insurance issues they were trying to fix. But what happened was they looked into it and they said, hey, these two things cause cancer.
Yeah.
Why don't we
wait a
put them in
minute.
soda? Like, if you drink this soda and then you have like an apple, I
Yeah.
don't know about apples, but let me try another fruit that I know about. If you have a citrus fruit with vitamin C in it, then that's like you can't do that. You're gonna cause cancer in your tummy.
Yeah. So they won't
So
allow
don't
the
eat fruit.
import of those sodas from Nigeria into the United
so
Kingdom.
Nigeria had actually everybody was upset at them
Mhm.
because
They
Nigeria
have worse
has
standards.
worse standards. So they're just like we're not even looking at how much benzoic acid's in this thing. And Nigeria's stance was excuse me, not Nigeria's stance. The company that was bottling for them in Nigeria said, "Oh, well, we weren't exactly we weren't gonna. That was never supposed to go to the UK.
Mm.
That was only that cancer-causing soda was only for our Nigerian community." Hoping that like the UK was racist, I think.
That could be it. That's
and they're
very
like,
good point.
"Oh, okay, yeah, it's just for all of Nigerians."
Do you think-
Okay, yes, we are England. We will be upset at them. No, I think it's been long done since we've had that British Empire. The hurt feelings are done, and they actually care about people in Britain.
Here's a question for you. Do you think there was a Nigerian prince that sent them an email
Ooh.
saying, if you buy 90 bottles of my soda and give me $10,000, I
That's
will
true.
then give you my Nigerian fortune, which I promise to have.
I won't have it right now, but I just need your 10,000 to get it out of the escrow,
Yep.
and then I'll give you half of
Mm.
my fortune.
Maybe it was a big
Do
misunderstanding.
you think? Or maybe we're reading this whole situation wrong. Nigerian prince says, "Hey, I've got all of this benzoic acid. If you
Sitting on a
give me
fortune of it."
$10,000,
Yeah.
I'll then give you half of my benzoic acid for your company to
That
put into
sounds
our
like
sodas."
Is that a terrorist threat?
Because in Nigeria, there are no fruits that have vitamin C, so they're all safe.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with
I don't
this.
know about fruit in Nigeria.
They
I'll be
probably
100%
have
honest.
orange
They
juice.
probably
I
have
don't know.
something that's citrica.
So don't mix your Sprite with orange juice.
Yeah,
Long
it's a
story
bad
short.
idea.
That's true.
Really
yeah.
bad
Just
idea.
be really. That's actually a
Yeah.
real. That's not a joke.
Yeah.
I'd like to just say that seriously into the camera. Don't drink soda and then eat citrus fruit.
April Fools.
No, that's a real one. You really.
This is a serious moment for us, Paul. What the hell?
Sorry.
Katie's wife is gonna be fired from Cracker Barrel over here. Jeepers.
Sorry, I just get
Don't
really
April
excited.
Fools. If I do the serious camera thing,
Sorry.
listen, there's no April Fools in.
I get really excited about April Fools.
I know. April Fools is kind of good. So, did you pull any April Fools pranks?
No, I think my big April Fool's prank was just not pulling an April Fool's prank.
Oh.
I guess
Wait,
maybe I'm
people-
going.
The anticipation was what was the
They
prank?
got so excited,
Okay.
and then I yanked the rug out from under them.
Oh, good. Okay. So I ended up pulling one on my class. I said that
nice.
the answers were on a piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
and I walked out of the room there, and I let them walk over and flip the thing, and it said,
"Suckers."
"April Fools, cheaters."
Yeah,
And that was kind of funny.
that's a good one. That's
I
a good
literally forgot it was the holiday. I didn't even know. I'm like, oh, it's April now. I'm like, oh, it's April 1st now. I'm like, oh, that's right, the
no.
Fool's Day thing.
Dave was
Damn.
more excited about the first of the month and the household checks.
I just
coming
picture, I picture
Exactly.
David. David gets home at night and he looks in the mirror and he starts crying and he's just like, "Today I was the April Fool. I had no idea. Everybody else had fun but me."
You know what today's
Everybody
date
but
is?
me.
The 1st of April.
Now,
Who's fooling who anymore?
now I had something pulled on me. I was actually this is an aside. I almost had to kill my brother.
Oh.
Like, you know when you get
That would've
mad at
been
someone, you
bad.
have to actually take their life. Like this, I'm gonna be honest here. This is not
It
a
is
joke.
yeah, it's a good response.
My brother actually he had my mom. He put my mom up to it. My mom said, "Hey, this fool got a 12-pack taco meal,
Okay.
and he can't eat them all. If you want to come down for dinner."
Ooh.
So me not eating dinner went down to my mom's.
course.
Now I never go to my mom's because I think she's the devil. Like I try to avoid her house. And I just say,
Wow,
He's like,
harsh
but I'm,
words.
but I'm so hungry right now. I had.
But
to
I was
get
like, you know
tacos.
what? Fine, I'm gonna throw her a bone here. I know that I'll just go down there, and she's going through a lot of shit.
Mhm.
So fine, I'll be a good son
And
for
eat the
once.
tacos.
I'll go and eat tacos with her. I'll like spend
good
time with
son.
my
I'll go
mother.
steal the
It's the
food
one
that they
time I
had.
say I'm gonna go
Such a
spend
good
some
son.
time with my mother.
Okay.
She's the devil. So I go down the street, and I start talking to her. It says, "Oh, did you get your taco?" I said, "Oh, where are they?" She says, "On the bag on the table." And I see some crumpled up papers on the table, and I'm thinking,
Okay. It's
who
not
does
looking
that?
good, but
And I see
whatever.
an empty cup. I'm like, this is not
Suspicion.
deal. And so I look over in the bag, and I say, you got to be kidding me.
What is
Inside the bag, it just says April Fool's. It's just an empty Taco Bell bag.
Oh shit!
Now, I haven't eaten.
Oh,
So I get hangry.
Now he's
screwed.
more hungry.
So
than
I
ever.
took the bag over, and I walked it over to my brother. And I said, oh, he, ha, 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 here you go. I'm going to give you a bag. And I punched through the bag into his stomach.
There you go.
And then my mom stopped me, and she says, there's a taco in the fridge for you. I was like, I ain't even eaten. And now here I am. I got to
See,
go
look
back
at
and get
you.
this thing.
You
So I
went
go
in there.
back into the bag, right?
You give
Listen,
your hopes up, but this whole
You
12
don't- you
sort of
don't
But
mess
here's
with
the
somebody's
problem.
dinner.
You
That's-
went from
that's
0 to
messed up.
100 too quick. You didn't have to
Oh, this wasn't
rain
even-
John
unholy
Howard
hell
doing
on
that.
them.
Don't
This
you
wasn't
lie?
even-
How dare you lie to me?
This wasn't you don't mess with a
I
man's
wanted
dinner.
tacos.
You don't mess with a man's dinner. So I go in the fridge, and there's one taco.
Yep.
So I take the one taco. And I walk back out, and I said, you know what? I said, I got that's a cute April Fool's messing with a man's dinner, giving him only one taco.
Mhm.
That's very nice. Hey, I got a funny taco. I have a funny
You have a
April
funny
Fool's
taco?
I got a
I got a funny taco
No.
for you,
I
right?
said, I've got a funny joke for you,
Yeah.
a funny April Fool's. I said, watch me feed this taco to your dog, and then you got to clean up the shits all over the yard and the house. So he's like, he's not going to eat it. I put it down by the dog. The dog puts his whole mouth on the taco.
There you go.
And then, I said, that's probably not fair to the dog. So, and luckily the dog doesn't eat a lot of human food, so the dog thought it was a toy and, released
Kinda
it.
tossed it around.
And, well, not, didn't even, bite
Okay.
it, so he just released it. And then I bit the thing, and my mom was like, oh, my God, that's gross.
Yeah, that's
Like,
disgusting.
April
That is
Fool's,
disgusting.
sucker. I'm eating the dog taco now, and you got to watch.
that is
So
You
who got
just-
fooled?
pretty
Your
nasty.
family for your embarrassing moment of eating dog food now, or
Nah, it's a taco, David. This is
Yeah,
100
no,
times
who-
better than dog
who
food.
was April Fool's?
well. You know what? He was hungry.
You gotta watch me
Hungry
eat
man?
this.
He had
Taco,
low
I
blood
just fed
sugar.
to a
You're not
dog.
responsible for what you do.
Dog has a clean mouth.
Sure.
Dog has a very clean mouth.
But I'll tell you what. So that's bad. You don't mess with a.
No, you don't mess with somebody's dinner.
You don't mess with.
Really
I would
rude to
basic.
actually
do
like
that.
to, if I could, if we could have a call to arms, if you'd like to go to Everett Booth's Facebook page.
Ah,
And
okay.
just keep on posting them and tagging them in pictures or whatever you'd like.
Okay.
I'm sure that the listeners here could have a lot of fun with this one.
Mm.
If you want to go and prank Everett Booth,
Let's not unleash holy hell
I
on
think
him.
it'd be funny as hell. If we can get a Brad's wife situation
I
going
know you're
against
upset.
Everett
I
Booth,
know you're upset. But let's take a step
I
back.
want
my
to.
taco.
Well, I'm going to
That's it.
suggest maybe they just
Social
get
media
mad.
attack.
It would be nice. Any post he puts up, people, yeah, that's a nice post. Except it would be nicer if John had actually eaten tacos after being your faithful brother for 31 years.
Good luck. See if anyone cares
Let's
about
see
you
if
enough to
anybody
do
cares
that.
about that.
So here's the problem.
All around me.
And what did I say? You ate a taco that you ate fed to a dog
You
first?
never mess with a man's basic needs. Food
right.
is a basic need, just like shelter is a basic need.
Yeah.
So if you were to pull out, say a prank where you demolish somebody's house, that
Right.
would be
That's
a problem.
That's
That's
not
also
nice.
a bad thing to do. something,
Another
yes.
basic human need is sex, and you don't want
Sexy
to.
time. Yes,
and
we'll
you
call it
don't.
sexy time.
I think we're all adults here. I think
What
at this
about
Yeah.
if there's a kid listening? We call it
It's
sexy
not- how
time to
many
lighten
kids-
it up.
How many
It's not
kids are
something
going
you
to
wanna
listen to the
interrupt, just in
Jetpack?
case.
Wait until they hear next.
Time out. If parents could mute this part, I promise it's only going to be like a minute or so.
Yeah.
and then,
An excellent
go back in.
Turn that volume
reputable
down.
company, a very reputable company called Pornhub, decided that
They had a
were going to-
fridge.
They had a fridge.
We did talk about them before. We can't talk about
Oh,
them. They
yes.
had a fridge. Yes.
They had a fridge one time, but also they had the best prank I've seen in a long time on
They
their
do have
website.
the best April Fools.
They went on and they posted. If you watch a video on their website on April Fools,
And it's a
they-
pornography site, by the way.
that's right. Yeah,
For people that
given
don't
the
know.
name,
Yes,
I
don't
think
know
it's
how-
very
I guess it's in the name.
self-explanatory.
Yeah.
So, if you go on and you watch your favorite video on there, they had a nice little pop-up saying, "Spoiler alert: We've taken the liberty to send your information to your social media accounts, all of the
It's
ones
gonna
that you've
share your
logged
that's a-
activity.
that's a good one.
Yep.
Share your
Wow.
viewing
That's
activity.
awful.
Our users had previously indicated that it was too difficult to share their viewing activity with those they are connected with, so we've taken the liberty to do it for you." And then, of course, as you panic,
Right.
your heart starts racing, and then you realize there's a button that says "Undo this." You click it,
Oh,
and then it
okay.
comes up April Fools. Just kidding,
That's
sucker.
amazing.
That's a really
That's
good
so,
one.
and that's a company that knows what they're doing, and they're having
That's right.
fun with it, and they know,
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
all right, well, nothing's really going to be bad that happens. We're just going to, in like a few more months, be able to sell all of your browsing history legally.
They're saying they're
Doesn't
not going to, though. They're saying
I'm hoping Pornhub's like, listen, we got a fridge we want to push people.
they're saying they're going to encrypt it. I guess their encryption is actually better
That's
than
good.
any other companies out there.
You know, and that's the funny thing about porn does drive technology.
Yes, it does. That's
so
a,
they
that's
would
a verifiable
definitely be the
fact.
people that would hire up.
But
the
porn,
top
not only
encryptors.
does it drive technology, but it drives civilization as well.
Mm.
See, Pornhub is a company with a big heart as well.
That's true.
They when it was snowing recently, they had Pornhub branded plow trucks
That's
that
awesome.
would go to different houses,
Pornhub plowing left and right.
and they weren't government sponsored. No taxpayer dollars were
Right.
used in it, and they were
They're
driving
just
around.
Waxpayer dollars.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And they were plowing all over the streets.
Waxpayer
And
dollars, plowing everybody's street.
good on Pornhub for
Just-
doing something
yeah.
good in the community.
Cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Cleaning it up. That's all you gotta do. Not gonna let that go
Right.
too far.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
What else?
David, did you fall for any pranks?
Not that I know of, no.
Nothing on the internet?
No.
No video ones?
I browsed the Facebook thing. It said April
Oh,
1st
okay.
today.
I'll be damned.
I think that was the holiday, yeah.
If
I
only
could've
there was
sworn- I
video.
thought you
It
would
was
have at
weird.
least
If only
gotten
there was
pranked
video
by
evidence
one.
someday of like a prank that maybe got David.
Nah.
Damn, that'd have been awesome.
I figured it was the holiday, so I didn't
That
mean.
would've been awesome. Netflix had a good one.
Really?
Netflix had a funny prank. I don't know if it was the best prank, but it was a good one. It said announcing Netflix Live,
Okay.
but they put it out a day before April Fool's.
well,
so
that's
I,
how they can trick
So
people.
I said, you know what? I'm curious as to what this could be. I know a lot of the stuff on Netflix is garbage. So I clicked it, and it was Will
And it was
Arnett just
garbage.
talking about a microwave.
Yeah.
And I went, yep, this is off. This is not funny. And so I clicked it up.
It's
and
the
then
new
that
Will
was
Arnett
supposed to
show.
be their
They're big
April Fool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot better when they changed all of the things to like movies starring, was it Charles Bronson? Like remember when they had Tom Selleck? It was like this is Tom Selleck's favorite.
Yeah.
This one's
yeah.
his Tom. Like they changed all that stuff. That was funny.
That was good.
I
was
like
a
that
good
one. If I could go back, Pornhub was in the top 10 of April Fools.
Okay.
There's a list of like the top 10 April Fools ever pulled by by businesses, and one of them had taken and they closed down their business.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that was like a funny prank. Like,
Yeah.
oh look at it,
That doesn't seem like a funny prank.
And then like people just like they closed their whole business.
Okay.
Huh.
That was a funny thing. Like I thought that another one was the CEO of a company had asked to marry one of the ladies or something,
Okay.
and that way if she said no, he could say it was April Fool's, and then they ended up getting just married.
Oh,
And really-
that
so
worked
that's
out.
cool.
Good
Yeah.
on him.
Fail safe,
Sure.
that kind of thing. But Pornhub was in the top 10 because they once called it Corn Hub,
I remember that. Yep.
and everything
And
was
they
changed to corn names.
I don't recall that. That's
which is
weird,
fu-
though.
I bet you David has it saved on his browser. But he had that.
It's weird,
Corn
David.
Hub.
Why is it so weird
Why
that
is it
you
weird,
wouldn't
David?
remember that?
Corn Hub. I never heard of that one.
Never.
It's weird that he's
I'm
never heard
oblivious
of
to
it.
these things, I guess.
I'm just gonna keep the camera on David, see if it just incriminates himself here.
He's turning into Tomato Hub.
Tomato Hub over there.
That's
I do
No.
turn red a lot. It's a habit of
It's
mine.
good
That's
to
it.
laugh. No, but we've got a couple of things to talk about. I think again, I got on that serious when I had my Sirius cam. If I could just go to my Sirius cam one time. When I had my Sirius cam like this, and I wanted to tell people don't drink that soda. There's a couple of things I'd like to talk about. Safety things.
Okay.
Last week we talked about how to keep your home safe.
Yeah.
Right.
Now this time your body is your temple. You are your home. Somebody actually asked me on Friday, do you know the worst muffin for you at Dunkin' Donuts?
Nope.
And it would seem like a not compelling thing.
Yeah.
Except it was quite compelling.
Uh-huh.
Because I then had to try to guess with my encyclopedia of muffin-like mind.
Okay, I'll start this guessing game.
If I could have you please guess the worst muffin, and I'm going to give you a hint. It has just as many calories as a sausage egg McMuffin meal at McDonald's.
Okay,
Wow.
is it blueberry muffin?
Not blueberry. Paul, what do you think?
Was it their vanilla nut taps, which
No,
they did in
not
fact
vanilla
make
nut
yesterday?
Wait, was that an April Fool's?
Yeah, but they actually made they actually sold it.
vanilla nut tap.
They actually sold it in their store though. It was
my
based
God.
off of the Saturday Night Live sketch.
Right.
But nonetheless, no, that's not my real guess. My
Okay,
real
what's your real
guess is I don't know, what's a muffin? I don't know,
Exactly.
cinnamon
bran
muffin.
muffins,
Cornbread
cinnamon muffins,
muffin,
cornbread muffins, not those. You'll never guess it because in
Chocolate
fact,
chip muffin.
It's no, and I thought that was too, especially because we were near Whitman, Massachusetts, where the home of Toll House cookies and chocolate chips are. No, it turns out it's the coffee cake muffin.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
I guess
actually.
all the granulated sugar really screws things up.
That does make a lot
And I
of
went,
sense.
holy shit, who the hell's ordering coffee? And then I remembered, and that's what makes this kind of relevant to our podcast. My grandmother, she's been doing the steroids. She's been getting the steroid shots for her back.
Yeah.
And I said, Nan, like,
She's
you gotta
getting
eat more to
pumped
bulk up. She's been eating 2 coffee cake muffins every morning.
Oh, wow. Okay,
That's not
okay.
good.
So
she's
gonna
coming
be,
out.
yeah,
She's
she's
gonna
gonna
be coming out with guns blazing.
She'll be getting into an
Oh my
open
God,
weight
should
tournament
be like
soon.
that's you know what I told her, and this is just another aside here. Nana and I was talking about how I was working on my bike yesterday because we got some bike racing things to do this summer, and I said, Nan, if you would get on this bike and race, they can't bring people up to your level, like they can't bring people up to the 90s plus class. All you have to do is literally just make it around the track, man, and you win the goddamn national championship.
Would they allow a 90+ year old?
Oh yeah, they'll put 90 plus in. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that would be great if she could just get in there and
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
because she actually it was actually kind of funny. She says, I'm midway down the stairwell with a bike.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
she goes, do you want some help? Man, you can't make it down the stairwell without me helping you. Like, how the hell are you gonna?
How's this gonna happen?
Oh no, with the bike. I'm like, oh, do you want to fix it upstairs? Like, you want to? I can show you what to do. Like, you can help me do some stuff to it. She's like, I can't ride it. It's like, no, you can ride. I bet you would win, Nana. And that's how we started planning out Nana's BMX
Nice.
takeover.
There you go. Good.
Yeah, it was a pretty good. It was a pretty sweet one.
At least she got her future set.
Yeah, she's now ready. I mean, there's a lot more ready than Brad's wife.
Well, she had no idea.
That was
That
just
is
a
coming.
blindsiding bullshit that happened. I couldn't believe that stuff ever happened to a person. It's a sad, sad day. Other sad days, though.
Yeah.
David had a story.
Okay. That's interesting.
Remember, David, if you could go ahead, and I'm going to let you just pitch your story.
Pitch
David
it
didn't-
exactly
I
like
had a
you told
story.
us.
David, I would love to hear that pitch again if you don't mind. This is why we're trying to come up with these things all happen live stream David moments here. But David, if you could kindly just tell us your news story.
Oh, okay. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Wait,
that's not
he
right.
seems surprising. Hang on. He seemed surprised there for a second.
Okay.
What was the other story you were about to tell, David? Because you
I didn't know
started,
what I didn't know what you had.
I could have gotten anything. I could have gotten a mixed bag of David here. This could have been anything. David, tell a story. Let's see what we get.
Give us what we got.
This could be. I got the dump button ready just in case.
But an alternate plan. You could pitch the story the way you pitched
I'd
it
like to
to
hear
us
it.
originally.
I'd like to hear how David comes up with his news
So we get together
stories.
and we say, okay, so we're ready. We bring a news story to the table,
Yeah.
and you've got a few, and
Yeah,
we start tossing ideas around. David has come in, and please share with the audience what your news story was.
Okay. So this Pornhub prank they spoke of.
That's not right.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. He was about to self-incriminate.
I did just say Ronaldo,
Yes.
and then you said that wasn't the story, and I'm like, well, what story did you mean?
This is cool.
All right.
Well, no, hold on a second now. I'm
Keep
curious.
going, though.
What story did you
Pitch the statue
was like going
story
to
the way
talk
you
about?
pitched it to
I'm
us.
curious now, though.
No, you pitched
All
the
right,
I
story.
can tell that
I'm
story,
alright.
but what
Don't
is this
tell that
tale you
story. I
speak
want
of
you to tell
now?
that
I'm
story.
curious.
Family listens.
I'm
I
very
will play
curious.
the role of David.
All right.
Okay.
All right. We'll have.
This is a
Sometimes you gotta
reenactment
outsource
now.
it. Sometimes you gotta.
So,
outsource
guys,
it.
I got a story for the podcast.
Oh, what is it?
It's they built a statue of a guy,
Oh, okay.
but it doesn't look anything like him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, that is how I actually told that story.
You ready to do the podcast?
Well, no. Here's
All right.
the,
You could just hit record now then.
I heard about it
We're ready.
recently.
The hell do we gotta
I see the
anything
photo.
else
I had to
for?
Google because I know who the guy was. Then I find out it's Cristiano Ronaldo's statue.
My favorite part is when Paul went into the bathroom. David turns to me and goes, "So what is he, like a president or like a?"
I'm like, is he an emperor who like
He
puts
basically is.
I'm like, is he an emperor who like wears a suit? Is he a president somewhere? And then John's like, he's a soccer player. I'm like, I don't know who the guy is.
I just like that David's mind went to: is he a president or is he like an emperor in a suit?
You know all the suited
how-
emperors.
You got emperors, and then you got emperors that dress like in some fine linen, and you got emperors in a suit, and those guys are just over in their own class, their own classification of what kind of emperor they
And
are.
then somebody makes a
Suit
statue
emperor.
of this man, and it
What
looked
could you have?
nothing at all like the guy, which it showed him and it showed the
It
statue.
did
and
show
it
the
was-
funny picture.
He
next
does
time. We'll
look
try
a
to put
little-
that
It
on
looked
the
more like
podcast
Roger Klutz
website.
with like a smaller nose than it did Ronaldo himself.
Oh, it was a very bad
It was a
statue.
pretty
It
horrible
was,
statue.
and he had to just kind of look at it and smirk,
But
a
the
smile, and
podcast-
go, "Well, that's a statue of me, I
I
guess."
think
It's
that the
definitely-
pitch of the podcast
yes.
was way better.
Now I gotta tell you though, I'm burning up inside. I want to know where David was
I
gonna
was
go with
curious
this.
about the other thing here too. I'm gonna get the music ready to play just in case. Davio, what are we gonna talk about, buddy?
That actually wasn't April Fool's on you guys. I had no Pornhub story for you.
Oh, nothing.
Ah, you thought I did.
Should we talk about how we were practicing for our new ideas of these things all happened? And David started telling a really funny, embarrassing story. We hit record. And then what I thought was the most amazing part, and we'll never, because it's too embarrassing. It's not polite to
Oh, it was
embarrass our
terribly
friends.
embarrassing.
It would end his life. If you could find that.
If you happen to
on
go on the
YouTube-
Jetpack Supercast
Don't do that. No, so we thought it'd be funny, like, and we're talking about how we're gonna have this new idea. We're gonna start filming some behind the scenes footage
have like
and
a
put it onto
documentary.
YouTube. That way people can see like what we actually do. And we said, well, what happens if somebody says something like terribly embarrassing? Like we have to be careful with that kind of stuff. And David started telling us a story, and both Paul and I at the same time hit record.
You on the
I was on the computer with all these
Me on the
cameras around
phone.
here, and Paul was on his phone just trying to record. And I unfortunately I hadn't had the microphone set up. I missed the audio, but Paul was like, "Oh, hang on, what if we play it from where my audio is?" And
syncs up.
at the same time,
perfectly.
I hit play and Paul hits play, and we literally at the exact same second, the exact same millisecond,
We were like-
it lined up to David's mouth.
It's like you could tell. It's all he like telegraphs that it's like here's
It
a,
was
it's
almost
coming.
like David had that way to affect the energy around us in the universe. That we were just
We're
like,
like-
gotta hit record now.
Oh
Yeah.
me.
This is the time. But no, David, are you sure you don't want that story to get out to the world?
I think he's positive.
I think that'd be terrible.
I'm pretty much set.
I think we're good. I guess we won't.
Now, if people were to post on our Facebook page demanding to hear the story,
That's true.
maybe we could sway David a
We
little
could maybe
bit.
do an dramatic reenactment kind of thing, and that's another thing I think
Perhaps.
we're gonna get towards is
Perhaps.
some dramatic reenactments of some of these
Mm.
things. Yeah, it should be good. We got a lot of great video ideas. We're trying to come at you with,
kicking around.
but we got some good stuff coming up
Mm.
pretty soon. But I think that's that was one of the funnest things is when we both hit record at the same damn time. You could have planned that
Yeah,
better
nope.
ourselves.
Couldn't have written it.
And that's going right down in the archives of what a great idea
There you
we
go.
had. That's how we. And I looked at Paul. I was like, "We this is a sign.
I know.
We have to. That's Uncle Jerry. That's Uncle Jerry. He's saying it. Go for it. Like we have to." But speaking of having to, unfortunately, we have to get going. It is WrestleMania Day.
Yes,
It's gonna be great. I hope everybody enjoys WrestleMania tonight. But I hope everybody else also has a great day night tonight too.
Absolutely.
We'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching.
night,
Thanks so
guys.
much for listening. Go check out the Cafe Press video of Paul selling merchandise. You're gonna love that. And we'll see you soon. Big wet smooches.
To keep our love life fresh, put on jeans and a t-shirt to take 3 hours to get dressed. You do your hair, your nails, your makeup, and your feet. I've been ready all day, girl, cause when I woke up, I brushed my teeth. Pick in a restaurant, we fight like it's a riot. Why don't we go to Applebee's? I can't, that's on my diet. Alright, so Red Robin, I like their fries. Alright, girl, then it's settled. No, I don't feel like fries. Will everything be alright? This is date night. Too hot to take flight. This is date night. We'll max out credit cards and agree to put off our diet. Everything will be okay, baby. Ooh, cause this is date night. I'll drop you off at the door. I'll park the car. Just go in and tell the waiter who we are. It's 20 minutes wait. That's okay, girl, I don't mind. You drop me off at the door to be sweet, yeah, also to save time. After the meal, we should go do something real fun. Wanna go to the movies and bar up? Now let's go home when we're done. Ooh, I know all the right lines and I know just what you like. Let's go home and watch Game of Thrones, baby, who? Cause this is date night. Everything be alright, this is date night. Too hot to take flight, this is date night. Pause your show on Netflix every time I'm not quiet. Everything will be okay, baby, ooh, cause this is date night. You're the only girl I want, the only girl for me. Keeping those mozzarellas, girl, you're making me horny. You know we dated a lot. I wanna take you out to our favorite spot, but see this time's a little different, little breath in the same. We go wherever you want, as long as they show the game. I pay for this food that you don't eat, girl. I just can't wait until next week, girl. I always look great. You know the deal. We go get the car and carry the take-home meal. In front of you, you're looking at me with those eyes. I see you're hungry, but not for fries. We gotta join a bank account, that's okay. I'll still pay the bill. This is so much better than a Netflix and chill. Everything be alright, this is date night. Not too hot, so take flight, this is date night. We go home, we'll do whatever you like. Everything will be okay, baby, who? Cause this is date night. Everything be alright, this is date night. Not too hot, so take flight, this is date night. Hit the ignore button on your phone every time someone calls tonight. Everything will be okay, baby, who? Cause this is date night.